Journaling is one of the best ways, one of the best tools that we have to access the wisest parts of our minds, to rejuvenate, to self-heal, to renew, to replenish, to bring our attention to our blind spots and to become the very best version of ourselves. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the Baby Elephant community. On this channel we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And today I want to talk to you about journaling because I've been taking it a lot more seriously. See, I've been on this journey of reintroducing really positive things into my life little by little and seeing, really analyzing what works for me, what helps me, in what ways and what doesn't. Because after going through a difficult year, I think a difficult couple of years, and you know, we've all had a difficult 2020 for sure, it was very easy to just get stuck in this cycle of shadow work and just being in this negative place of like, I don't want to be a toxic positivity kind of person. So I got stuck in this place that I just wasn't happy. And so I chose to begin to do things that make me happy, to actively choose happiness. And I talked about this in my recent video, which was a couple months ago actually, how to come back home to yourself, saying that it's okay to be positive. It's good to do things that are positive for you, that benefit you, your well-being and your health. And so little by little, I reintroduced things like meditation and affirmations and journaling, working out, eating much healthier, intermittent fasting, things like that. Just doing things that gave me some sort of semblance of normalcy, routine, structure, especially when everything in the world is so up in the air. Now, we don't want to necessarily get stuck in this cycle of needing things to be a certain way in order to be good, but we do want to consciously and with awareness implement good choices into our lives. Now, journaling has completely changed my life. Not to be overly dramatic, at least, it has made my days so much better. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about my life, and it doesn't take that long. I do about 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. So it's super simple, super easy, and it's such a small thing that has enhanced my life so significantly that I just really wanted to talk to you about it today. Before we get started, I wanted to give a big shout out to today's sponsor, one of my favorites, which is Skillshare. Skillshare has tons of classes about journaling, about self-healing and self-analysis, diving deep into our subconscious mind through journaling. So if you haven't heard about Skillshare, it is an online learning community where thousands of people come to take inspiring classes to take the next step in their journey, whatever journey that is. The topics range from creative writing to business management. There are meditation classes, there's self-development classes on there, and a premium annual membership is less than $10 a month. You get access to unlimited classes, all these classes to learn all these skills that will really benefit you in life. So recently I found this really therapeutic new class. It's called Writing for Self-Discovery, 6 Journaling Prompts for Gratitude and Growth. This is taught by self-healing advocate Yasmin Cheyenne. Today's video, I'm also going to give you 6 sort of prompts for enhancing your life through journaling, and I highly recommend checking out Yasmin Cheyenne's class as well, because it helps you to find time for self-care in your day-to-day life. And it gives you prompts to just come back to yourself. And so the first 1,000 people to click the link below will get a free trial to check out the premium membership of Skillshare so that you can explore yourself and explore your creativity. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So today I want to talk to you about the journaling, how journaling has improved my life, and give you some specific prompts and things to journal about in the morning and at nighttime. So I do my journaling first thing in the morning. I wake up at 5:30 every day, and one thing that I've learned through this new journey of self-improvement and just becoming a more positive person again, which is what's natural for me, right? What's natural for most of us, we lean positive, especially if we're here watching this video. On this journey, I learned that when your alarm goes on, the first thing that you need to do is jump out of bed and go brush your teeth and not think twice about it. Don't think maybe 15 more minutes, because thinking 15 more minutes of sleep or snoozing your alarm is basically telling the universe that you are resisting your life. So instead of resisting your life, jump up, do something mindless like brushing your teeth. After I brush my teeth and do my hygiene routine, I get on my meditation cushion and I do my morning journaling. And then at nighttime, right before bed, it's the last thing I do before I close my eyes, I will journal again. Now, before brushing my teeth, some days I will do my dream journaling. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's just get into the 6 ways that journaling has improved my life and some prompts for you guys to follow along. So the first thing that journaling has done for me in my life is it's made me a better person. Now, how has it made me a better person? I've always known myself to be very kind. I'm such a nice person that in high school people used to call me fake because there's no way somebody would be that nice, right? So I know I'm a nice person, but I started doing this journaling, and every night I had to ask myself this question: what act of kindness did I do for someone else today? Now, I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention in the beginning to nice things I was doing for people, but for weeks I would get to that question and be like, oh, I mean, I'm a nice person, but did I do something kind for somebody else today? I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything really truly kind that I've done for somebody else today. And so this prompt, this kind of self-reflection for the day made me realize that I have to make my life even more about other people sometimes, and to add this goal for myself to every day do something that is tangible and kind for another person. Now, of course, that does not mean to sacrifice myself. We should always be kind to ourselves. If we're tired, if there's too much going on, take care of yourselves. But there are such little things that you could do that will really brighten somebody else's day and will make you a better person. So asking yourself that question every night before bed, what act of kindness did I do for somebody else today? That really transformed my life. And listen, day after day after day, I kept forgetting. I was like, wow, another day goes by where I don't feel like I've done anything tangible that I could write down that's truly kind. And so the second step for this is, in the morning I reviewed my journaling from the night before, and I saw that I couldn't find anything really truly kind that I did for somebody else. And so that was in my mind first thing in the morning. Now, when I took that every single morning and I was like, oh, yesterday this is what I wrote for what act of kindness did I do for somebody else, I set an intention: do something kind for somebody today. And then it stayed with me, and little by little I noticed that I was doing more and more kind, tangible things for other people, until it became a part of my personality, a part of who I am. It's great to be a kind person, but we should also be doing kind things for each other. As little as sending a text of encouragement, or remembering somebody's birthday or important date, or, buying somebody a coffee. Little things are good enough, right? So journaling has truly made me a better person because it's allowed me to analyze myself. Well, I think I'm this good person, but am I really this good person? Let me look deeper a little bit. And that's kind of an embarrassing thing to admit, but I talked about it a lot with my friends, and we all collectively noticed that being kind to other people is something that you have to remember to do. Make the intention to do something kind for somebody else. The second way that journaling has changed my life is it's made me realize what is really important to me in my life. Now, this is going to be individual for each person. The way that I discovered what's really important for me in my life is every night in my analysis of the day, I answered the question, what was the most memorable moment of your day? When you analyze this every single day for a month, for 2 months, you start to see a pattern. And then you start to realize that maybe the things that you thought were really important to you, like maybe posting a picture and getting 100 likes, 1,000 likes, 10,000 likes, whatever, maybe it used to seem like it was important to you, but then when you're actually analyzing your day and thinking, well, what was the most memorable part? You notice that what was really memorable is that phone call that you had with your grandma, or the lunch you got with a friend, or catching up with somebody, or taking your dog on a walk, or going out to nature, or cooking a meal. You notice what's really memorable to you because you ask yourself that question, and then you notice what sticks out. I didn't know this originally, but after a month of analysis of asking myself what was the most memorable part of my day, I noticed that what always stuck out to me was when I would take a lunch break and go visit my brothers, my family down the street, and we'd go eat lunch together. We'd go to the park, we'd go sit, or we would just, eat lunch at my mom's and talk and put the phones away and talk to each other. It made such an impact on me. it had such an impact on me that every night when I sat down to ask myself what was the most memorable part of the day, that consistently was the most memorable part. And then if I didn't have time to go see my brothers in that day, it was usually like getting a coffee or having a good workout with my trainer, or, you know, things that I was doing that was a connection with people that I love. That was really important to me. Now, walking my dog has been on my most memorable moment of the day too. You know, spending time with an animal, spending time out in nature, a hike. When you ask yourself this question consistently, you start to realize what is the most important part of your day. And this again is going to be individual to you. It might not be what's the most important, memorable part of my day, right? You're going to understand more of what you really like to do and what's really important for you when you ask yourself this question consistently every night. And I highly encourage reflecting on it in the morning, just like the act of kindness question, because when you reflect on it in the morning, you notice, oh, this was the most memorable part of my day. I'd like to have more of that today. Let me create a situation in which I can feel that way again. Maybe schedule a lunch with a friend or a Zoom call with a friend, or, you know, something that stuck out to you for the past few weeks that's been memorable. The third thing that I've noticed from journaling that has really changed my life is that you can find something to be grateful about every single day. So every morning I write a list of 3 things that I'm grateful for. If you follow me on Instagram, whenever I do affirmations, I always leave a questions box open for you to write 3 things that you are grateful for. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. I do daily affirmations and gratitude logs, things like that for you guys on my stories. So every morning I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. And some mornings I wake up in a bad mood and I'm just like, I feel like I'm not grateful for anything. But because I have to answer that prompt, because I have to answer that question, I come up with things to be grateful for, and it changes my mood completely. We all can find 3 things to be grateful for, whether it be our health, whether it be the nice dream that we have, whether it be the existence of cupcakes or K-drama or whatever it is. We can all find something to be grateful for. And when we tap into that energy, into that gratitude, the universe offers to us more things to be grateful for. So I noticed that the more I focused every morning on things I'm grateful for, the better that day was. The 4th thing that I noticed from journaling every day is that setting intentions for the day, no matter how big or small, usually makes them happen. So every morning I answer in my journal, what would make today great, okay? And so I think, what would make today great? Usually it's really simple things. An amazing matcha would make today great. An amazing workout would make today great. Recording a great video would make today great. And whatever I list in those things usually tends to end up happening. I actually don't think there's been a day where I haven't, maybe once or twice when I've said like recorded a really good video but I didn't have the time to record a video that day. But normally, more often than not, when I say what would make today great, and I really think and I set the intention, well, today will be great if this and this and this happened, that happens. And sometimes my intentions, like what would make today great, I put, if I could just take a nap, or if I could relax, or if I could go on a walk, or if I could listen to a good podcast. And it tends to just, as like a placebo effect kind of thing, truly make the day great. And then at night when I analyze what I said would make the day great, I realize, oh, I did that and today was great. And I did that and it did make my day better. So just thinking maybe 3 things that would make today great every morning. The next thing that I learned from journaling every day that really improved my life is that there's so much to learn from self-analysis of our past. So I've been talking about this throughout the other steps. When I analyze my day at night and I look at what I did do and what I didn't do, and I ask myself this question, which I ask every day, what could have made today better? I find a pattern there too. If you ask yourself for 1 month, what could have made today better? You'll see that there's consistently maybe 3 or 4 things that you're going to write that then you have to take those things out of your life or add them into your life, right? So what I often answer in what could have made today better is I often answer, scroll less on Instagram, watch less videos, like consume less, be less hard on myself. If I was nicer to myself, today would have been better. If I ate better, today would have been better. If I, spent some time in nature today would have been better. I've noticed there's about 3 or 4 things that I consistently write when I answer that question every night. What could have made today better? And then when you go and review the past month, you see that there's these patterns. You see what could have made your month better, and then you could act on that. You can implement that. You can go on social media less. You could eat healthier. You could sleep more. You could find your pattern in this way. Self-analysis through journaling helps us to recognize where we could tweak our life to be happier. Through self-analysis, I learned that how I could be a better person is through doing acts of kindness for other people. I realized what's really important for me because, what's most memorable for my day. I realized that I always have something to be grateful for through my gratitude list. And asking myself, what would make today great? I realized what I want my life to look like. What do I want my life to look like, and what do I want it to not have? And then I can take actionable steps once I'm very clear about what I want and what I don't want through journaling. The last thing that I learned from journaling is how therapeutic and predictive and what a great check-in dream journaling is. So I don't dream journal every single day because often my dreams just disappear right away. I have a whole video on dream journaling. I'll link it down below for you. It's really good. It's in-depth, and it helps you understand why it's so important to dream journal. It's super therapeutic. It's basically free therapy. So what I've noticed is when I do remember my dreams, I wake up and I don't move around too much, because if you move around too much, it's like the dream almost escapes you. So if you just lay there and try to just don't try to remember, just see whatever comes up, let fragments of the dream come to you, and then jot them down. It often shows you what's on your subconscious mind, what you're dealing with. If you're having dreams like your teeth falling out or natural disasters or things like that, you're going through a little bit of anxiety right now. You're going through some sort of stage. If you're having a lot of dreams about something that you're trying to manifest, I believe that it means that that manifestation is on the way to you. So what you're thinking about all day long shows up in your dreams. So by writing out your dreams, you can see if you're thinking about the right things or the wrong things, if you're manifesting to you things that you don't desire. And if you notice that through journaling, through self-analysis, every day writing as much of your dream as possible, you can see where you are on a subconscious level. Because you might feel okay on a conscious level, but what's brewing beneath shows up in your dreams, it shows up in your sleep. So keeping a dream journal is really important. So these are the ways that journaling has changed my life, and how it's made me a better person, how it's made me understand myself and other people more, and how it's helped me to plan my life to be closer to what I want it to look like. I really understand what's important in life to me now. That's going to be different for every individual, and I really want to know which one of these prompts kind of stuck out to you, which one you're going to take with you in your own journaling journey. I'd love for you to come back and check in with me. Let me know what you found is really important to you. What's the most memorable part of your day? If you want to answer any of these questions, any of these prompts that I offered for you in the comments below to kind of start the conversation and inspire other people, I'd really love that as well. I'd love to hear your answers. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Again, if you want to take that journaling class, you can do that for free with my link below. It really helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. And until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.